Hi, Capricorn. Hope you're all doing really, really well. My name is Brian. I am your queer psychic bestie, and I have a reading for you guys today. This is going to be a mid month check in for the sign of Capricorn. So, if you have Capricorn anywhere in your chart, maybe Capricorns just maybe you vibe with them, maybe you're a cross watcher, whatever the case may be, this reading might resonate for you. As always, we will remember that this is the internet, okay? So we will take what resonates and we will leave what does not, okay? If you'd like to book a personal reading with me, you could do that through email or form submission on my website. Capricorn, we are also doing an open spread today, as I like to call it. So it is not a set spread. It's not a Celtic cross. It's not really anything. It's just 6 cards across. We clarify in 2s. And this just kind of allows your guides to take the reins, show me where they want to go, see what they want to talk about, what needs to be addressed, and things like that. So without further ado, let's get into it. Bottom of the deck is your challenge, represents what you're not seeing, what you're not looking at. You've got the Knight of Pentacles, the Ace of Swords, and you have Justice as well. So, Capricorn, what I think is really interesting here for your mid-month is you seem to be focused on equality at work. Or like equality with your wages, equality with your labor. There's a very big, I mean, that's so Capricorn of you. It feels like your mid-month is you kind of being very focused on, am I getting what I'm giving? You know, like, am I putting in the proper amount of work for what I'm getting back? And am I getting back a good thing for the work that I'm putting in? You know, with that Knight of Pentacles, I do feel like some of you are a little bit slow and steady wins the race this month. I feel like you're kind of being pragmatic about it, which is very Capricorn of you, you know, to be pragmatic like that. But with that Ace of Swords and Justice, I feel like you are sort of kind of like cutting to the truth here, and seeing, I almost want to say the world, which sounds a little melodramatic, but like seeing the world for what it is and seeing everything for what it is and what's actually right in front of you. Okay, let's talk about it. You start with the 10 of Cups and the 10 of Swords. So this is a double whammy, Capricorn, because it's 2 ending cards. Not 1, 2. Okay, so it definitely feels like this month, I mean, oh, you also have the 10 of Pentacles. We'll talk about that later. So 10, 10, 10. 10s are probably important for you this month, Capricorn. But it feels like with the 10 of Cups and the 10 of Swords, there's something coming to an end in your life that feels almost bittersweet, right? Because the 10 of Cups is wish fulfillment, but the 10 of Swords is the end of like a long bitter cycle. So it feels like you're letting go of something for the purpose of your ultimate happiness here. You're leaving something behind is what I want to say. But it also feels like it's kind of painful. Like with that 10 of Cups, I'm getting grief as well. You know, like I feel like whatever you're looking at, keep in mind, I say this all the time, even if we make a choice that's good for us, if it involves getting rid of something or leaving something or someone behind, we still have to grieve that, Capricorn. You know, as an earth sign, I think you guys have a little bit of a tendency here to sort of skip over the grief process. You're like, oh, I don't want to deal with that. I'll just walk away from it. And I think that's where you're kind of stubbing your toe a little bit here. Yeah, Queen of Pentacles, Ace of Pentacles, 2 of Pentacles. All Pentacles, shocking for Capricorn. Work until we drop. That's literally, I have a Capricorn stellium, so I understand this. It is literally work until I'm... Okay, it feels like for a lot of you guys with the Queen of Pentacles and the Ace of Pentacles, you're trying to birth some sort of new idea here. And with that 2 of Pentacles, there seems to be a lot of juggling going on. There seems to be a lot of like, okay, that's an interesting word to come through, micromanaging. Be very careful with micromanaging, Capricorn, especially if you are micromanaging other people. That might not end very well for you, okay? I feel like whatever this is, the way my guides are giving this to me is like, loosen your grip on it, okay? When we're holding something really tightly, you know, let's pretend this doesn't have ridges, okay? If I'm holding this really tightly, my grip is going to get sweaty, and then eventually I'm going to drop it, right? I feel like a lot of you guys are needing to understand here in your mid-month that you're holding on to things so incredibly tight that there's gonna be sweaty palms here, babe. Okay, I don't know how else to say that to you, and it feels like you are just going to plop and be like, oh no, now what do I do? But at the same time, it feels like you are definitely right where you need to be, for sure, is what I'm getting. But the way my guides are saying this to me is that it's more difficult than you expected, is what I'm hearing. It's a harder letdown than I think you were really prepared for. This is so... I want to know what I'm talking about. Give me more. I'm so invested in this reading already, Capricorn. Nine of Swords, Nine of Cups, and the High Priestess. So 9-9. Very interesting. Numbers are strong for you this month, Capricorn. They're really popping out. I feel like you're a little lost right now. Nine of Swords, Nine of Cups, High Priestess. I think a lot of you guys are being tasked with needing to get to know yourself on a deeper level. And I know we talk about that a lot, but that's how you answer these questions. Because right now, Capricorn, it feels like you're asking yourself, well, if I let go of this job, then what am I going to do? What do you want to do? You know, I feel like you guys are running into this wall of like, there's something I should be doing or something I have to do, when instead you need to be asking, what do I want to do? Where does my heart want me to go? Where does my higher self want me to go? You know, I feel like you're kind of entertaining a lot of thoughts that are thoughts and not feelings. I know that's a little redundant. But with that High Priestess, I feel like your intuition is talking to you right now. What's she saying? What is she saying? Because even when I'm in your energy, Capricorn, it's almost hard to hear my own intuition. It's like almost hard to hear my own inner voice right now. Two of Cups. It's because you're out of balance. You're all out of whack here, babe. Oh, excuse me, not Two of Cups. I'm blind. 10 of Cups. Every 10 in the deck is out here, Capricorn. With the 10 of Cups, I do feel like the Two of Cups also still kind of applies, right? Because Two of Cups within ourselves is like not being balanced, and 10 of Cups is that like ultimate fulfillment here. So this sort of feels the same to me. I'm almost reading it. That's probably why I saw the Two of Cups, because the energy is so similar right now. It feels like you are still in this place again of, I have all this shit to let go of. I have all this shit to let drop out of my hands. But what am I going to fill my hands with? What's next for me? And I feel like a lot of you guys with this 10 of Cups here, again, it feels like you're not balanced enough. You know, you are so, the way my guys are saying this to me is like 3D. You are so invested in the physical world that you're not seeing your own inner emotional world. Like the way my guides are giving this to me is kind of harsh, but that episode of The Fairly Odd Parents where everyone's a gray blob, they're like, this is how you're kind of seeing the world right now. Capricorn, that kind of sucks. You know, when we lose the ability to see colors and everything and see how multifaceted the world is, it becomes so boring and monotonous. And it almost feels like this is the trap that you've kind of fallen into here, where the world looks indistinguishable, is how I'm hearing it, from when you're happy versus when you're sad, because you're only seeing it through one single gray lens. Problem. Okay, you've got the Strength card here with the Ace of Wands in the reverse. There's a lot of Leo energy. You could have Leo in your chart somewhere. But like with the Ace of Wands in the reverse and the Strength in the reverse, I think a lot of you guys are coming up against this wall of like self-doubt as well. You know, because I do feel like, Capricorn, there is something you want here. You know, there is like some sort of plan, or there's like an original intention here that you are really trying to go after. And it feels like you're struggling with the sense of like, oh, am I worthy of it? Am I good enough for it? Strength in reverse is like lack of self-esteem. So it feels like to me with that Ace of Wands in the reverse as well, it's like, can passion carry me through? Yeah, passion absolutely can, babe. I feel like what you need to understand here, the way my guides are giving this to me, is like, passion begets money. Passion begets success. If you are passionate about something, people see it. They know it. They're going to follow it. And they want to be a part of it. Okay? It feels like you need to start changing the way you're interacting with your own passion, your own thoughts, and really start embracing a rich inner world, which will lead to a rich outer world full of passion. You know, if all you have to follow right now is passion, then do it, babe. Fuck it. Do it. You know, that's where I feel like you're at here. A lot of you guys feel like you lost direction. You did not follow the passion. Follow the passion. You have the lovers. Follow what you love. Follow what is calling to you. Three of Swords. Wheel of Fortune. A lot of you, listen, I get it. I get it. Making a choice that ends something in our life that has been present for a while is always difficult. Okay, there is heartbreak here. You will have to process it, Capricorn. We are not going to tap dance around it like we have been this whole reading. You need to process the heartbreak and process the grief. Letting go of something is still difficult, even if it's the right thing. Think about leaving an abusive relationship. You still have to, you're still going to cry. You're going to be upset about it, even though it's the right thing to do for you. Okay, it feels like a lot of you guys are not facing this because you almost don't want to face the reality of it. You know, you're like, well, if I fully let go of this, if I fully walk away from this, I have to grieve it and I have to face my emotions. At the core here, Capricorn, I think you guys don't want to look in the mirror. I think you don't want to face the emotions that you see, the emotions that you feel. And the way my guides are saying this to me is so melodramatic, is that even living at all. If I am numbing out and I am just moving through life without facing myself in the darkest depths of who I am I living? I don't know. Am I just floating and experiencing? Some food for thought. Some journal prompts. Let's get 2 more for this pile, please. The Tower and the Hierophant. A lot of you guys are like, ooh, this is rough. My guides are being a little mean today. A lot of you are more emotionally steeped in the act of commitment and not the commitment itself. For some of you guys here, this is just simply about having the ability to be like, oh yeah, I've done this for 5 years, 6 years, 7 years, whatever it is. And, you know, I feel like this is, again, it's misguided. You know, I feel like a lot of you guys are so focused on, I want to be committed, I want to be consistent, I want to show up and look a certain kind of way, but is that helping you actually connect to the thing you're committed to? What if the thing that you're committed to has hurt you? What if it's just been years of hurt and years of heartbreak? You know, I feel like some of you guys need to start digging into why you are more committed to the conceptualization of commitment than actually committing to yourself here. You're committed to something, some outside goal, some outside source, something here, but does that mean, I don't want to say the word committed again, does that mean you're standing by yourself? Does that mean you are supporting yourself? Or are you simply just supporting the idea of a commitment in your life? The idea of something to hold on to. The idea of something to stand next to. Okay? Let's get one more for this pile. Yeah, 9 of Wands. A lot of you guys, this is almost like, the way my guides are saying this to me is really funny. You know that one friend that you have that, like, can never be single? They're saying, my guide's like, okay, that's you, but with, like, work commitments and, like, money commitments and commitments in general that are not serving you, okay? I feel like you guys have to dig into, why do you always need something to latch onto, something to kind of grab onto, instead of just allowing for a little bit more. The way my guides are giving this to me is like free falling in your life. And when I think of free falling, I think of like skydiving kind of energy. And I feel like your guides are just asking you to be a little bit more go with the flow, you know, tap into a little bit more water energy. Don't be so rigid. I have to commit. I have to stay here. I can't move. I always have to remain right here. Because really, it's hurting you, babe. It's not actually helping you at all. Okay? Your last two cards here are the Ten of Pentacles and the Lovers. I think this is a really interesting combo. Because for some of you, it feels like whatever the loss, whatever this is, whether it's a job, a business, a friend, a connection, whatever it is, the loss here feels, how do I explain this? It's in like the family ballpark is what I'm getting. Like, how do I explain this? This is a tough one. This is the example my guides are giving me, and it feels very personal. So if this is you, just know this feels like a very personal example. Let's say you have a sibling in a wheelchair and they wanted to play baseball. This is you not being able, or like feeling like not playing baseball is a disappointment in the family realm. Do you see what I mean here? There's like this weird connection that you have with this commitment for the family. It's like you're doing it in service of someone in the family circle, in the family unit over here. And that's why it feels so disastrous to walk away from, because you're doing it. Capricorn, I'm going to be blunt here. You're not doing it for yourself. You're doing it for someone else. We can absolutely help people. We can help people heal. We're not here to save people, but we are also not here to live out other people's dreams. Okay? Let's say you and I, okay, we're friends now, Capricorn. Let's say you and I have a talk and I'm like, you know, I always dreamed of being on Project Runway and making clothes and doing all this. Am I telling you to go and learn how to sew and be on Project Runway? No, absolutely not. Okay, would you take it upon yourself to do it? Based on this reading, it's a yes. Based on this reading, it feels like you are living out someone else's dream for them, and that's why you're not happy about it. But that's also why it feels so disastrous to walk away from it. Yeah, you've got the Four of Swords in the reverse, the Six of Pentacles in the reverse, the King of Pentacles in the reverse, and the Nine of Pentacles. Whatever this is, babe, you're so ready to walk out the door. You're so ready for an exit here, to move beyond this, to leave it behind. And I feel like you kind of owe it to yourself here to just do it. You know, to just bite the bullet and face the consequence. I said that weird. My accent, I think, came out really strong there. Face the consequences of it. You know, I think that also there is, the way my guides are giving this to me, there is a conversation to be had here. Maybe a delicate one with someone who you feel like kind of forced you, pigeonholed you into this. You know, because with that Nine of Pentacles here, I do feel like you are ready to branch out on your own, whether or not that is starting your own business, moving away from this business, quitting your job, whatever it is. You're sort of ready to spread your wings here, Capricorn. And I feel like you just need to almost, like, the way my guys are saying this to me is so funny. They're like, just send the tweet. You know, like, hit send tweet, babe. You just have to have a discussion here with someone. That's what this is really boiling down to. Yeah, Ten of Swords. Again, another 10. This is an ending. And the Five of Wands. Hold on. My guides are being very specific with how they want me to say this. Conflict in the name of self-preservation and freedom is good conflict. I know you don't see that, but that's what this is. Okay, with the Five of Wands here and the Ten of Swords, what you need to understand, Capricorn, is that you're afraid of conflict. You're afraid of confrontation. You're afraid of rocking the boat here. Rocking the boat in service of setting yourself free from the boat is literally, quite literally necessary. Quite literally. Okay, and I feel like a lot of you guys don't want to face this again just because you don't want the confrontation of it. Oh, you're angry. Okay, thank you. They're giving me more context. A lot of you are afraid that your anger will sort of come out because you are mad that whatever this is, whether this was parents, guardians, you were kind of pigeonholed into this world wherever you are. You're angry about it, babe. You need to figure out a way to express that anger in a healthy way. Not go off. Write them a letter. Read from a script. You know, there is a way to confront anger without letting it sort of explode like a volcano. You will not lose yourself as well, I just heard. Yeah, Eight of Pentacles. This is so work. Capricorn, this is so work heavy, work related, work about your labor. With that Eight of Pentacles, I feel like you are, the way my guides are saying this to me is like, you are entitled to your own labor, you know, but you are also entitled to do labor for something that you view worth doing. You know, that's like, if I had a friend who was constantly asking me to watch their kids. Girl, I don't want to do that. I don't want to even be in the room with a toddler. Do you see what I mean? Like, I'm entitled to that labor and I'm entitled to do it if I want to, but I don't want to. That's what you guys are not understanding here is like, yes, it's your labor. Yes, make your coin, do what you have to. But also, if you don't want to do it, you don't have to. My friend doesn't have a foot to stand on if they get mad at me because I don't want to watch their children. Okay? All right, let's get you guys an oracle card. The oracle deck I'm using is the Angelarium. It is my favorite oracle deck. If you've ever seen any readings from me, you'll notice I use this card. I use this deck all the time. But can I get a card for Capricorn in their mid-month, please? Capricorn in the mid-month, please. What's their advice? Capricorn in the mid-month, please. Thank you. Interesting. You guys have Sethariel, Angel of Deception. Interesting. I'll read it to you. Oh, it's number 21. Okay. Drawing this card is an opportunity to consider the ways in which you may deceive others and the ways in which you might deceive yourself. The masks we wear may shield us from the harshness of the world around us, but they also function as a gateway to descend into roles that shade our authentic selves from the conscious mind. Be wary of the stories you tell about yourself. Capricorn. How are you talking about yourself? What are you saying? What words are you using? How are you describing yourself? Are you putting kindness first? Or are you putting other people first? Okay? Babes, I am going to end your mid-month check-in there. That's your reading, Capricorn. I'm so itchy for some reason all of a sudden. If this reading resonates with you, or if my reading style happens to resonate with you, do consider liking and subscribing. I would really appreciate it. If you guys would like to interact with me on a live basis, I do go live 3 days a week on Twitch. You can find me Wednesday and Friday from 6 to 8 p.m. EST, as well as Saturday from 4 to 6 p.m. EST, except for tomorrow. I have events. I will not be live. If you guys also have Discord, I do have a Discord server that you can join. That is where I post all my updates about my streams. All my information is there, pretty much anything you need. And also, it's just a wonderful community of people, to be honest with you. Okay? Capricorn, I will leave you with this. I hope to see you over on Twitch, and I will catch you guys in the next video. Okay? Bye!